Alright, the modulus of the complex number is square the first, square the second, add them, we get half, square root 1 under 2. Alright, this expression is, so cosine of 120, this is a repeat question, but I'm just making sure, cos 120 is minus a half. So 3 squared is 27. The only one that has minus a half is a. The argument of the complex number, so we're going to get tan inverse of 512. Put this in radians. Tan inverse of 512. Tan inverse of 5 over 2 is that this complex number is minus 2 plus 5, which is here. It's pi minus that. So pi, take away the answer. 1.951. 1.951 D. Differentiate the top, the function 6x divided by 3x squared, 2 over x, and when x is minus 2, 2 over minus 2, which is minus 1, plus and minus I, a. The principal value of the argument is 3 pi on 4. We did this question already. We did this question already as well. Minus 1 plus root 3. So that is in the second quadrant. Sorry. And tan inverse of root 3 is pi on 3, I believe. So pi minus pi on 3 is 2 pi on 3. The gradient of the tangent to the curve at 2, 1 is, I cannot make y the subject, so I have to differentiate implicitly. 3x squared minus 2 into, and then I'll differentiate xy implicitly. And that's going to be v by du dx plus u by dv dx plus 2y dy dx is equal to 0. I can rearrange. I'll get minus 2x dy dx. I want to carry those things across. I'm going to get 2x dy dx. And I'm going to get minus 2y dy dx. So I'll move that across. I'll go remain with 3x squared minus 2y on the side. Divide by 2x minus 2y. When x is 2 and y is 1, I'm going to get 3 into 4 3s are 12. When y is 1, again 1, again 2 there. X is 2, 2 2s are 4. 12 minus that is 10 over 2, we get 5. The second derivative is minus 1 on x squared. This derivative is minus 1 over root 4 minus x squared. This one here, both denominators had the 2 on them, and it was an addition, or it was a subtraction, because 4 and, let me check it back and see, right? 1 over 2 into y minus 1, take away 1 over 2 into y plus 1. Again, 2y plus 2, take away 2y plus 2. I'm going to get 4 on top and 4 below. Yeah, B is the answer. The number of bacteria, this is D. This is a repeat question. This one is also a repeat question. This was literally from the last year, so let me just cook with some gas, go back in the last year and see what the answer was. What was that question? Was it here? Yeah, this was it here. Minus 2 e to the minus x into x plus 1. minus 2e to the minus x into x plus 1. The gradient of the tangent to the curve, so we're going to get, I believe 3/4 was the answer for this. We would get the minus x over y. Alright, new question-ish. No, I lie, not a new question. When I differentiate the power, I'm going to get 2, and divide the function by 2. I'll get 2e to the power 2x minus 1. The coefficient of the term containing x cubed y squared is, in order for me to get an x cubed, I'm going to have the first number being cubed, and the second number will be to the power 2, and I'm going to get 5c 2 over here, a to the n minus r. Yep. So the coefficient 2 cubed is 8, minus 3 squared is 9, and 5c2 is 10. 8 by 9 is 72, 72 by 10 is 720. 5c2 is 10, by 8 by 9 is 720. I don't care about the variables. Which of the following diverges? Repeat question. That diverges. Another repeat question. 1 over 1 minus x. Third term, 3x squared over 8. Remember, in this one here, well, I lie. This was the ln one. This one is 3x squared over 8. It was 3x squared or minus 3x squared? Let's double check and see. I don't think that came from 20. This one here. I think it was the year before this. So let's take one quick look. See if we find it. Three x squared on 8. Yes, indeedy. So in this one here, a is 1 and r is 2n. Sum to infinity if a over 1 minus 2n. How many terms in the geometric progression would be needed so that the sum of the first n terms is greater than 20? Let me check and see when the sum of the first n terms is equal to 20 now and see what we get. So the progression is 1, 1.2, 1.44. So I could see r is 1.2 already. So a is 1, r is 1.2. S sub n is equal to a into 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. A into 1 minus 1.2 to the power n over 1 minus 1.2. Alright, since this given man negative, we'll have to use r to the n minus 1. So just make sure you know what your value of r is. R minus 1. Sorry. 1 into 1.2 to the power of n minus 1 over 1.2 minus 1. I'll go down and see when it is equal to 20. 1.2 minus 1 is 0.2. I just double checking. Multiply that by 20. Again, 4. 1 multiplied by that is 1.2 to the power n minus 1. Bring the 1 across, I get 5. 5 is equal to 1.2 to the n. Let me take logs on both sides, right? Let me get ln, and we're going to get n ln 1.2. Divide ln 5 divided by ln of 1.2. This will give my n. So when n is equal to 8.8 terms, I'm going to get the sum to be equal to 20. I want to know when the sum is more than 20. So it had to be more than 8.8 terms, which it had to be more than the 9 terms. Either this, or we can just plug in n is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9 and see which one will give me the sum to be more than 20. Either or. Alright, this one is 1 and 3. Ooh. Item 23 refers to the following table, which shows the position x and height y of a number of objects. Using linear interpolation, what is the height in meters of the object in position 2? So the height of the object in position 2 is going to be in the middle of position 1 and position 3. 10 and 6 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Maclaurin series for, oh god, I see 25. I see the answer for 25 already. I'm putting it down. I know the answer for this is 1. The coefficient of x to the power 4 is 1 on 24. Using Newton-Raphson on the first iteration of, oh god, alright, no scene. We go ahead to get the formula, right? So we will say x take away f of x, x cubed plus 2x minus 5 divided by the differential 3x squared plus 2x. Cross multiply, we get 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus x cubed minus 2x plus 5 all over 3x squared plus 2x. Alright, so this, when I differentiate 2, I'm supposed to get, 2x is supposed to get 2. So it's supposed to be just 2x on top of there and a 2 on the underneath here, right? 3x squared plus 2x, good. So 3x cubed minus x cubed is 2x cubed. The 2x minus 2x goes away, plus 5 over 3x squared plus 2. So this is the formula we'll be using. So when x0 is 1.5, let's check and see what the answer is. 2 into 1.5 cubed plus 5 divided by 3 into 1.5 squared plus 2. 1.34. 1.343. So it's B. The coefficient of x to the power 11 in the expansion of this is, I think this was 22a. Let's still do it over. So r will be 11. So we're going to get 12c11 a to the power of 12 minus 11 x to the power of 11. So 12c11 is 12. 12 twos are 24. So 24a. I was mistaken. The third term in the expansion in ascending powers of x is, so it will be the x to the power of, or in ascending, does this mean I would have done one of the questions in the past wrong? So ascending powers of x means we start at x to the power of, no, we'll be correct. Okay, yes. So the first term will be the biggest power, right? So the third term going to be 2 to the power of 6 plus 61 2 to the power of 5 minus x over 2 plus 62 2 to the power of 4 minus x over 2 squared. So I'm going to get a positive number and it's going to be a positive x squared. So the answer is C. 30 is a repeat. How many different ways can 4 red marbles, 3 green marbles, and 2 blue marbles be arranged in a row? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 factorial? No. So if we have to arrange, well, let's say arranged in a row. So 4 red, 3 green, 2 blue, arranging in a row. So yes, we have repeats. 9 factorial over 4 factorial, 3 factorial, 2 factorial, because we have repeated colors. 9 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 3 factorial, 2 factorial. What? 9 factorial divided by 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 1260. Alright, so 32 is A. Oh god, our next determinant question, boy. So the determinant of A is 15. So we're going to get P multiplied by minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 3, yeah. Then we get plus 5 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by minus 2. 13 minus 3p plus 10 minus 6 is 13. 10 take away 6 is 4. 13 take away 4 is 9. And p is minus 3. The cofactor of element 3, the sign in front of this is going to be a negative. 1405 with a minus, 1405 with a minus. B. 35, which statement is true, is one of two variations we have. If I had an n here, this could be the answer, but I don't. So this answer is D. So this, we had a mistake in the last paper with this, right? Let me transpose this matrix here. We're going to get 4, 3, 1. Then we're going to get minus 14, minus 7, 7. Then we're going to get minus 2, minus 5, 3. By 1 on 14 is the answer. Given that y is 0 and x is 0, so this is a repeat. B is the answer. 0.432 is the answer for this. I know this paper came in the last one as well, but it's easier to identify it from this paper here. Yeah, 0.432. Particular integral question, A was minus 2. Integrating factor for 2 over x, it would be 2 ln x, which is ln x squared. E to the ln x squared is that. This answer was B. We had to do a bit of working for this because we ended up with, after we integrated, ln y is equal to ln x minus 2 plus c. And for this answer, they didn't want us to change c to be ln c. So we would get y e to the power of ln x minus 2 plus c. And then we will separate the plus c as multiplied by e to the power c to give me y. 42. The matrix A is n by n. The matrix B is formed by interchanging two rows of the matrix A. So when I interchange a row in a matrix, the determinant needs to be multiplied by minus 1. Alright? Well, we have to interchange two rows in the matrix, right? So B is formed by interchanging two rows of matrix A, which means the determinant of B is minus the determinant of A. So the answer is A. 43. M is singular when x has a value of, we do this question in the last year, I think, right? I want to say it is minus a quarter. I'm just going back to get the answer. M is singular. And well, I just glimpsed the last question. We know the answer for the last question already. It wasn't here. Oh, this, nah man. It can't be so long ago we did this question, man. Was it this one? I want to check and see if the matrices are the same thing, right? So, no, that would be 69. Nah man, I am almost sure we did this, unless I going mad, unless I tired. Alright, let me just do the question, yes? I waste enough time there. Alright, I know the last one, the system is going to be not parallel and have a unique solution, so 2 and 3. So let me calculate the determinant of this matrix and put it equal to 0. We're going to get minus 1 multiplied by 1. Take away 0 multiplied by I don't care. Take away 2 multiplied by 2x is equal to 0. Minus 1 minus 4x is equal to 0. Minus 1 is equal to 4x. And minus a quarter is equal to x. And that's it for number 45. The solution of the equation, okay, new question. X dy dx is equal to plus 2y. So we're going to get dy dx plus 2y over x is equal to cos x over x squared. So my integrating factor is going to be x squared, right? This year we had a question like this previously where the integrating factor is going to be x squared. So when you multiply both sides by the integrating factor, bam bam, and then I integrate both sides, this becomes the integrating factor multiplied by y. I want to integrate cosine x, I'm going to get sine x. So y is equal to plus c sine x over x squared plus c over x squared. Sine x over x squared plus c over x squared. The answer is B. A could work as well, you know. If I assign the constant to be negative c, that could work as well. Alright. So that's it for 2025.